Wait, we're not ready yet. I'm here. No, not we're here.
This is where the story starts.
Inside of every book.
There's a tiny little world. Come on, let's take a look.
Turn into words.
Come on now.
Let's sing this song
that you've already heard.
We're the Bittles. We're quite little. We have backs and fronts and middles. We love stories. These creations are made with imagination. All right, everybody, let's build a book. Okay, let's see what book we're building for you today. Today's story is Brewster Rooster, written by Bernie Lucas and illustrated by Russ Wilms.
Oh, hi. Welcome to the Word Room. We're busy building a great book with lots of great words. Our words today are all the different kinds of animals that you can find on a farm. Here are some to listen for. The first is C-O-W. C-O-W spells cow. Oh, hey, Grump. Can you make animal sounds?
Oh, Grump too busy for silly sounds.
Oh, wait a minute. Everyone has time to make animal sounds. Come on, it'll be fun.
Grump not want to look silly. Okay, Grump makes sounds.
Oh, great. Okay, here we go. What sound does a cow make?
Moo.
Oh, come on, Grump. Louder than that. What sound does a cow make?
Moo.
Oh, yeah. The next animal is a bird. H-E-N. Hen. A hen is a girl chicken. They lay eggs and go... Yay, Grump! Now you've got it. The last animal sound is the most important one in today's book. R-O-O-S-T-E-R. That's the word rooster. Roosters make a very special sound, like this. Grump?
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
That's great, Grump. Now,
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
no, we can, get...
Doodle-doo!
Grump! Grump! That's good, Grump. Thanks for your help. Remember to listen for animal names and make the animal noises. I'll be back to remind you.
Thanks, Comma. Let's see how Lolly's doing with the pictures.
They're just about ready to go, Rocco. We've got a picture of all the animals that Kama mentioned. Look! There's a cow, and there are hens.
Anything else we should look for?
That's Brewster the rooster. Just look at him, Rocco. He is one good-looking rooster. I'll be back with lots more pictures. Keep watching.
Looks like this book is ready to go. Stand by. Let's turn the page. Brewster Rooster.
Brewster was a young rooster. He lived with 15 hens on a small farm in a beautiful meadow. The hens loved their home very much, but Brewster loved it best of all. He loved the perfume from the pink roses that climbed the sides of the chicken coop. He loved to strut in and out of the dandelions that grew beside the bubbling stream. And he loved the farmer who tended the animals and kept the farm tidy. Early one morning, Brewster noticed he was growing new tail feathers. He wanted the hens to admire him, so he decided to peep extra loud. He stretched his neck, puffed out his chest, and said, "Gargle, choogle, choo!" Brewster was astonished. That wasn't a peep. Was that magnificent sound really coming from him? he tried again.
Chargle, gurgle, doo!
The entire farmyard seemed to wake up. The cows mooed. The horse neighed. The dog barked, and the hens began to cackle.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! I heard you! Cock-a-doodle-doo! You make great animal sounds. Keep listening. Be ready to make them again.
The farmer came out of the farmhouse, stretching and yawning. "Well done," he said. "Soon it will be your job to wake me each day." Brewster was thrilled. This was the most important job on the farm. All day he practiced until his crow was perfect.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
He sang as loud as he could. On his way in for supper, the farmer smiled at Brewster and said, "Take a rest now. You'll keep the whole neighborhood awake." But Brewster didn't want to rest. Instead, he fluttered up to the top of the haystack and from there to the very peak of the chicken coop roof. His voice rang out in all directions, again and again and again.
Hey, wait a minute! Brewster the rooster is making a lot of noise. He's proud of his cock-a-doodle-doo, but I hope he doesn't get into trouble.
By the time the sun set, Brewster was trying different crowing patterns.
Cockle-doodle-doo-doo! Doodle-cockle-doo-doo! Cockle-doodle-doo-doo! Doo-doo-cockle-doo-coo!
All through the night, he crowed on and on and on until the farmer, bleary-eyed, rushed out of the farmhouse. "Enough!" he roared. "You've kept me awake all night with that fandangled racket!" He stamped his foot. For the first time in hours, Brewster stopped crowing and stared down at the farmer. The farmer shook his fist high in the air. "You're going into my soup pot!" he shouted. Brewster was so frightened, he pretended he was a weather vane. The farmer, shaking his head, left to do his chores. Brewster decided that if he did not want to be made into soup, the safest thing would be to stay right there on the roof. He could keep his eye on the farmer until he saw a chance to escape.
I told you! The farmer didn't like all the noise that Brewster was making. I don't think Brewster will cock-a-doodle-doo ever again. No rooster wants to be made into soup.
So Brewster watched all morning as the farmer collected the eggs, cleaned the chicken coop, and cleared a patch of ground to plant corn. And he watched all afternoon as the farmer piled twigs and brush into a huge mound on the grassy bank beside the stream. Brewster was still watching when the farmer went in for the night. The sky had grown dark and rain was falling. Poor Brewster had spent the whole day on the roof with nothing to eat. His tummy felt hollow. He was soaking wet. He gazed down longingly at the chicken coop. But then he thought about being made into soup. He had to run away. Brewster jumped down from the roof into the dark, wet yard. He decided to follow the stream. He was bound to find another home.
Oh, no! Brewster can't run away from home! Rocco, tell me it's not true! Brewster loves his farmyard!
Sorry, Lolly. Shouldn't you be painting your pictures?
It's all your fault, comma. All those animal sounds. Look at all the trouble Brewster got into.
Jeepers, I didn't think that making some noise would cause so much trouble. It was just a silly game.
What happens next, Rocco?
Let's go back to book building. We'll never find out.
I'm too sad.
Yeah, me too.
Well, you want to find out what happens to Brewster, don't you?
Yes.
Well, there's only one way.
Back
to the book?
Back to the book. Sometimes stories can be sad. Sometimes they can be happy. But sometimes they can be
both. Let's see what happens to Brewster.
But as he crossed the farmyard, he sank deeper and deeper into the mud. Suddenly, he saw water rushing towards the barn and the chicken coop. The brush and twigs had washed down the bank. The stream was dammed. All the animals were in danger. Cock-a-doodle-doo! Brewster turned back. He still had time to escape, but first he must try to save the hens. He jumped onto the woodpile, took a deep breath, and crowed, louder than ever before, again and again and again.
Cock-a-doodle-doo! No, Brewster, stop! Oh, Brewster is making noise again, and he's already in trouble. Oh, the farmer is going to turn him into soup for sure.
Oh, Grump think Kama's wrong. Grump think Brewster not get in trouble. This not cock-a-doodle noise. This cock-a-doodle alarm.
Alarm? You mean like when there's a fire and the bell rings? An alarm.
Brewster is making alarm sound.
Even though he might get made into soup. Brewster isn't in trouble.
Brewster is
a hero! Cock-a-doodle-doo!
His throat hurt. His lungs felt as if they would burst. And still he crowed.
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
At last, the cows mooed. The horse neighed. The dog barked, and the hens began to cackle. The farmer, wearing his pajamas, came rushing outside. "Where's my axe?" he cried. Brewster's feet were glued to the spot. The farmer was running right to him. But the farmer didn't reach for Brewster. He just grabbed his axe and kept on running straight to the stream. Now was the time to escape. But Brewster had used the last of his strength. He was too weak to run away. Besides, the water had reached the woodpile. There was no place to go.
Poor Brewster. He's in so much trouble.
No way, Lolly! Brewster isn't in trouble. He's a hero.
Hero?
Lolly, what would happen if Brewster didn't cock-a-doodle-doo again?
Oh, the farm and the hen house will be washed away, and all the animals will be in trouble.
That's right. So even though Brewster thinks he might be made into soup,
He cock-a-doodle-doos anyway. What a brave rooster. Only the farmer was pretty angry, and the flood is pretty scary. Brewster could still be in trouble.
Well, there's only one way to find out what happens. Remember our motto? Come on.
Bittles Bill Books Best?
oh, come on, Lolly. Be brave, like Brewster.
Bittles Bill Books Best!
That's the spirit. Now, ready to get back to your painting?
You bet! I could be brave too, just like Brewster. Keep reading, Rocco.
We'll be ready.
Where were we? Oh, yes. The flood.
Exhausted, Brewster collapsed. He could hear the farmer's axe cutting away the dam. The farm and the hens would be saved. That was all that mattered.
Yay, Brewster! He saved the farm from the flood. But look, Brewster doesn't look like a hero. He looks sad and wet and cold. I hope he's all right.
When the stream was cleared, the farmer returned to the farmyard and went to where Brewster lay. Gently, he picked up the soaking wet heap of feathers and hurried into the kitchen. When Brewster opened his eyes, he found himself in a cardboard box with a hot water bottle on each side. The farmer was standing over him, smiling. "You saved the farm," he said, and he held out a handful of grain. To make sure he wasn't dreaming, Brewster gave a little "Heckle-doo." "That's a good sign," said the farmer. Still smiling, he opened the kitchen door. Instead of rain, sunlight poured in. Brewster walked slowly out into the sunshine. 15 proud hens came running over to where he stood, gazing around his beloved farm. Then Brewster puffed out his chest further than ever before and crowed.
The end. Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Cock-a-doodle-doo!
Brewster saved the farm.
And the farmer liked Brewster after all.
Yeah, I was really worried, but it all turned out okay.
And now you know that if something bad is happening, you should tell someone about it.
Whether you say help,
Or even cock-a-doodle-doo!
Yep, looks like we've got another book here, all ready for building, but, nah, you're probably too tired.
we're not too tired. We'll build it.
Give us a book to build. Any book.
Yeah, Bittles build books best.
Here we go, one book straight through. It's I Wished for a Unicorn, written by Robert Hydewriter and illustrated by Katie MacDonald Denton.
We're busy building a great book with lots of great words. Here's the first one. This is the word magic. Magic. Oh, and this is the word castle. Magic and castle. This story sounds good. Let's see what the next word is. Whoa, that's treasure. Treasure.
What? Treasure? There's treasure in today's story?
Yeah, and a castle and magic.
Oh, magic? I don't know what kind of story this is.
Me too. There's only one kind of story with castles and treasure
And magic?
and imagination story. Whoa, oh, we should get back to work.
Oh,
Keep listening.
how are the pictures coming, Lolly?
I can already imagine what this story's about. Look! There's the castle. Every imagination story needs a castle. And there's a wizard. He's magic. Look at him. He looks like a mean old wizard. Oh boy, I can hardly wait.
Those pictures look great, Lolly. And it sounds like your imagination is working.
Oh, it sure is. Keep your eyes open. I'll be back with more great pictures later.
Looks like this book is ready to go. Stand by. Let's turn the page. I wished for a unicorn.
I wished for a unicorn. I wished so hard that I found a unicorn in my backyard. I was sitting alone by our old oak tree when I saw a unicorn looking at me. He was kind of scruffy and he'd lost his horn, but I knew at once he was a unicorn. He didn't have a mane, his tail wagged around. He chomped on a bone dug up from the ground. His ears flopped about in a happy way. His tongue hung out 'cause he wanted to play. He didn't neigh softly as unicorns do. He barked and he howled and he yowled. Ahoo!
Hey, do you see what I see? Do you think he's a real unicorn? Because I've never seen one, except in my imagination. And he barks and howls. Woo! Keep watching. I'm going to.
But he was a unicorn, without any doubt. He pawed and he pranced and he galloped about. Then he led me away to a magical wood, as only a real live unicorn could. We crept and we crawled under darkening skies, past creatures that frowned, round trees that had eyes. We spotted a castle that rose in the air. We rushed to its moat. What danger lurked there? Across the water we flew with a leap and a bound, and landed kerplop on the castle's hard ground. We spied magic wands near a secret door and stormed the castle with a thunderous roar. We zapped a fierce dragon and stopped it from flying. We shrunk an evil wizard. He ran away crying.
crying wizard? First a unicorn that barks, and now a crying wizard instead of an evil one. This story's not turning out the way I imagined. Let's watch.
We found a treasure map, all crumpled and old. So we fled from the castle to find buried gold. We dug 100 holes, and we dug them deep, till we both grew tired and fell fast asleep. But when I woke up with a stretch and a yawn, there was only my dog asleep on the lawn. I think that tomorrow, when I go out to play, I'll wish once again for a unicorn day. I'll wish for a unicorn under my tree, and I bet that I'll find a unicorn for me.
The end. What a great imagination story.
You think so?
Oh, why? What's the matter, Lolly?
Sometimes these imagination stories aren't what I expected. I still think there's something strange about that unicorn. And the wizard! He didn't fight back with magic like I imagined at the start.
I know. He ran away crying instead. I love that part.
But I expected...
Ah, see, you expected one thing and got something else. That's something only imagination stories can do. They're full of surprises.
You think they'll zig and then they zag.
That's why they're so much fun.
I guess you're right. If stories turned out the way you expect, they wouldn't be half as much fun.
Oh, you got the Bittles spirit.
Hey, Rocco, do we have time for another imagination story?
Yeah, do we? My imagination's all warmed up now. I wonder what surprises the next story has.
Looks like there's another one all ready to go. But we're going to need the words and pictures extra fast.
I'm going to use my imagination, and these will be the best pictures ever.
That's the spirit, Lolly.
Aren't you forgetting something, Comma?
Huh?
The words!
The words! Don't wait for me. I'll be ready.
Okay. Now, let's see what our next imagination story is. I Went to the Farm, written by Ruth Miller and illustrated by Per Henrik Girth. I hope Lolly and Comma are ready to go. I went to the farm.
I went to the farm one summer day to see if the animals wanted to play. The cow said moo and ate some hay. The horse just whinnied and walked away. The sheep and the goat were resting there. They blinked and yawned and sniffed the air. The turkey and geese and chickens too all had other things to do. The donkey brayed and shook his head. He seemed to want a nap instead. The swans and ducks went paddling by. They didn't stop when I said hi. The pig and her piglets slept in their pen. Would you like to play? I asked. And then, beside the barn and under a tree, I spied a little kid like me.
Hey, over here. Did you hear the rhyme? Beside the barn and under a tree, I spied a little kid like me. Yay, I love rhymes.
With smiling face and twinkly eyes, just my age and just my size. And I could tell, oh lucky day, I'd found someone who wanted to play. The animals watched as we tumbled about. That looks like fun, I heard them shout. The cow said, moo, may I play with you? And she danced a jig, and the horse danced too. The chickens clucked, and the ducks said quack, and they buried themselves in the big haystack.
Over here! Did you see it? This is my most favorite picture. This is so much fun! Quack, quack, quack!
The nanny goat played catch with the sheep, who caught the ball with a flying leap. while the donkey and geese played hide and seek, and the turkey tickled the pig with his beak. "Would you like to ride in my boat?" said the swan. "Oh, yes," we said, and we both climbed on. We floated left and we paddled right. We laughed and giggled and held on tight. We played and played until day's end, the animals, I, and my newfound friend. Then we waved goodbye and we skipped away. "We'll come back again when you want to play." And I'm certain I heard the animals say, "Haven't we had a most wonderful day?"
The end. Oh, you did it. One book straight through and in record time.
Woohoo!
Come on, you should be happy. Oh, you built it good and you built it fast.
I'm too tired to be happy.
You did a great job. I am one proud Biddle. Don't you think they did a good job? Well, it's quitting time. All in all, another great day here in the Biddle Book Factory.
Thanks for coming.
See you next time. Bye, Rocco.
See ya.
Bye-bye. See you next time. But never forget.
Biddles, build books fast.
Bye.